Hello, my name is Jason Lanier, and I am a professional photographer and a father. And I came across a story out of Bartram Trail High School that's just honestly, it's unbelievable. This high school has had some run-ins with their student body, the females in particular, in regards to the dress code. This has spilled over into how they handle their yearbook. In years past, if the girls didn't abide by the dress code according to them, they were wiped out of the yearbook. Well, this year they've upped the ante. They have a teacher at the school who serves as the Yearbook Coordinator and apparently has absolutely no skills in relation to Photoshop and has digitally altered and edited the images of 80 plus female students to make them look absolutely ridiculous. In the images that were shared online in the articles, they have made some of the students flat-chested. They've wiped away any inkling that their body is a female body. And in one really bizarre edit, there's a young lady wearing a plaid shirt, and they took a patch of the plaid shirt and just threw it across her chest. These edits are degrading, they're humiliating, and very damaging to children. And in a move that can only be described as sexist, in this same yearbook, they have pictures of the boys' swim team running around in speedos. Pretty much latex underwear sticking to the boys' parts. That's okay. But pictures of girls who are wearing shirts that cover their shoulders, which is what the dress code is, that's too provocative. No, that's sexist. From what I can tell, the images were taken on school property, or at least sanctioned by the school, because the background and multiple images from different people is the same. If your female students are showing up and wearing something that you deem to be inappropriate, why did you take their picture? That makes no sense. Why did you give them the impression that their images would be used in the yearbook? I'm really struggling to ascertain what's wrong with these images. And the only conclusion I can come up with is something's wrong with you, the school administrators. To make matters even worse, you did this in a clandestine manner where you purposely withheld the information that you were going to change these images. You didn't want the parents to know. And when someone does something like that, it means they don't want there to actually be a solution to the problem. If the images were inappropriate in your estimation, you should have given the students and their parents the opportunity to remedy the situation. Since you have had so many issues with your yearbook and your dress codes at the school, why don't you just have a reasonable solution? Hey kids, if you show up wearing clothing that is inappropriate, we will put you in a school t-shirt. Why wasn't any of that done? I think you wanted to make an example out of these kids. Do you really mean to tell me that you, with a bachelor's or master's degree or even a doctorate, do you really mean to tell me that you didn't take a look at these images before they were printed forever in a yearbook and say, oh, we can't do this to these kids. This is awful. We're going to really humiliate them. We're body shaming them. We're only doing it to the girls. You mean to tell me that didn't ever cross your mind? Certainly there has never been an intent to embarrass or shame any student for the clothes that they wear. Unfortunately, we are learning a valuable lesson in the importance of process and understanding that the intent is not always the result. For the people watching this video, don't fall for it when people talk in that double talk. It's complete lies and they don't mean it. They just want you to go away. Furthermore, as a photographer, I'm curious to know, did you have the permission of the photographer to alter their images? Did you have written permission to change their work? I know you would never get that kind of permission from me. If you didn't, you could be in a situation where you have a copyright violation. You could be sued. And if you did have permission, prove it. And if you felt so strongly that you needed to edit these images because it was such provocative work, why didn't you just hire a professional to edit them? Here's some examples. Didn't take me long to edit them. And I did it in a far less humiliating way to the students. I'm making this video because this came up in my Facebook photography group and there were hundreds of comments by both men and women alike. Comments related to how horrible it was for you penalizing the girls for just them, I don't know, having a girl body. Comments related to school overreach, which we're seeing a lot of these days. The lack of better solutions provided by people who are supposed to be teaching our children how to become the best and brightest in the world. The lack of equality between boys and girls and how you apply these rules. I'm also making this video because as a parent, I'm so sick and tired of seeing schools do things that are completely inexplicable and damage our kids. The schools damage our children and then we have to fix the scars. Our kids have to deal with so much peer pressure, bullying, growing into a new body. Do you remember what it was like to be a 9th or 10th grader? And this is coming off the heels of the worst year for everyone. The school has offered to give refunds to the parents who have complained. So just leave all of those ugly Minecraft looking books. Just leave those circulating out there and then we'll just give you money back. Really? That's what you came up with. You should have to recall every single book and republish them with the original images. Now the question is, are these images being used digitally in any way? Because we all know how traumatic it is for people to have images shared, especially teenagers, that do not represent them appropriately. Are these images online? Can their friends or bullies in the school take these images and post them up? I mean, nothing's to stop these kids from taking pictures with their phone and posting it online and embarrassing their fellow students. You've enabled bullying. Now, for those who think I may be anti-dress code, I'm not. I don't think our kids, our young ladies, should be showing up to school looking like Cardi B. But from the images that I saw, from the articles that were posted, the young ladies looked very appropriately dressed, and they didn't look in any way scandalous, provocative, or suggestive. If you think that they did, school administrators, something is wrong with you, and you shouldn't be anywhere near our kids. Here's the dress code according to the link that was provided. Tops and shirts must cover the entire shoulder, and they must be modest and not revealing or distracting. Midriff or cutout dresses and cutout tops may not be worn. These girls seem to follow the dress code. And really, when we're talking about the sexism aspect of this, you're telling me that these images of these girls are more distracting than boys running around in speedos? What you're saying is boys have absolutely no control over their minds. And so if a girl wears anything that shows her body to be a, female body, they're gonna lose it. It's too distracting, they can't handle it. But we can watch boys run around in speedos with their stuff tight to their skin? I guess girls can control themselves a lot better than boys, according to you. You're selling both sexes short. The parents have started a petition. If you'd like to join in and help with the cause, you can sign it below. I've posted a link to it in the description of this video. And as a man with teenage sons, I would never tolerate this kind of behavior. And if I had daughters and they went to a school like yours, you'd have a serious problem on your hands. If you find this whole problem to be something that we should talk about, please share the video. Write a comment down below, let me know what you think. We need better people in the schools who are not going to ruin our children by damaging their psyche, by acting in such a petulant, impunitive manner. It's repulsive. It's time to take our schools back, America.